everyone. Yes, this is the week market analysis for the upcoming week, which is the 9th of November until the 15th of November. Yes, this is the week after US election and also after the NFP live. Okay, after the US election. As we know that Biden Joe Biden is now officially US uh, United States president for the next president. Okay, so before that, because Trump recently has lose, right? So by looking into the news that Trump is going to have a lawsuit case, around 3,500 case. So because of Trump lose and Joe Biden wins, so this will be definitely a big, huge effect on big, big, very big effect on USD. Especially, we are going to see for the upcoming few weeks, dollar is continue to be weakened. Okay? Dollar will be continuously weakening. Okay, so let's get started on the first pair, which is the GBUSD. So in GBUSD, okay, so I'm personally still looking to upside exposure, but recently market now have reached a resistance level. They reach this resistance level. So there might be a lot of sellers who are coming in to sell. Okay, I'll be waiting for the seller to sell first. Okay, sell, which is I want the seller to bring the market lower, and I able to find a chance to bring the market higher, which is I going to look into for buy opportunity. So for now, for GBUSD, I'm not looking into any buy trade yet because the price is still so high. If I buy here, there might be a chance of going up, but the chance is quite lower because they have reached a seller area. So the seller will be much more stronger in pushing. But also, I'm not going to be a seller because if I sell, it's a counter trend. So I'd rather wait for the seller bring the market low and I become a buyer to bring the market up. Okay, so we'll go for the next, which is GBP Okay, GBP Okay, so GBP basically we are looking in the same thing. Okay, so yes, this is higher low level. Okay, so I will look into for buy. Okay, this price is a good buy. So this will be a good buy area. So good buy and SL will be using this low. Okay, so I'll be seeing a long-term growth of how many pips? A long-term growth of from here to here is now like 400, close to 400. So I will look into this trade. Okay, so the next will be GBP CHF. Okay, I will more look into daily trade now as the market is not stable yet. Where there's still a lot of uncertainty inside the market. So I personally will look into much more longer time frame to have a lower risk to trade. Okay, so this basically GBCHF, we can see the market is just in a range. Okay, it's just in a range. So in a as I can see, the market is basically in a downside range. So a much more potential is going down. That's why I'm personally advising sell is much more better than buy. But we can see that as you can see, so there's a trend line here. We can see a small trend line. Okay, a small trend line. So as you can see, buyer is actually coming in little bit by little bit, little bit by little bit. So means that buy is actually wanted to go upside exposure, much more upside exposure. Meanwhile, we can see that even though currently it's a downtrend sell, but I see seller force is basically decreasing. Okay, seller force is basically decreasing little bit by little bit, okay, little bit by little bit. So higher chance is buyer going to bring up. Okay, so in the conclusion for this pair GP session, I will observe first. Okay, I will observe first, but the trend currently is down. But I will be observing, not going to take this trade. So the next will be GBP CAD. Okay, GBP CAD. Okay, so GBP CAD basically we can see markets basically climbing. Okay, in climbing, it's in a channel form. Okay, I believe that most everyone know that what's channel. So as it is in a channel, so we just go with the channel. Okay, so I'm expecting the market, when the market reach this channel top, this channel is going to break down. But currently we can see the channel is slightly sliding up, right? So buy will be much more better. Okay, buy will be much more better. So you may either buy immediately, buy at this price because there's still a nice gap to be closed, or if you wanted to trade like me, I wanted to have a better risk and better reward, which is a low risk and high reward. So I will wait for the market to retrace to a lower price as low as possible and look for a buy opportunity to upside exposure. Okay, next will be GBP yen. Okay, so GBP yen will be GBP yen will be okay. So for this GBP yen, I am looking to personally look into. Let me place the key line first. Okay. Okay. Basically we can see that the market is sorry, this is not okay. It's in a range market. You can see the market basically is in a range lah. Okay. So in the range now already at the bottom of the range. So buy is much better. But as you can see, this trade away is just in the middle, right? So I rather wait for the market to touch this bottom. I go for a buy. Okay. So this is for the GBP yen. So when I look into this one, see what is happening in the market. Okay. So basically, in even though in H4 we can see the market also in the range, as you can see. Okay, but I'm see a upside exposure. I seeing this as a upside exposure because the market has officially changed the trend. As you can see, low high, low low. This is higher high. Okay, so upside exposure is much more favorable for GBP yen. So basically, we're going to target to this level of okay around 170 pips. 170 pips. So next will be GBP New Zealand. Okay, GBP New Zealand. Okay, range market, very good range market. So as you can see, this is a range of support range. So a lot of buyer coming in, buyer here, buyer here. There's no buyer, but here definitely buyer. Can you see 2 times or 3 times the market try to break below, but cannot. The buyer just bring the market high, which means there is strong buyer. Okay, strong buyer. So I'm seeing that the market going to see some upside exposure of this GBP. Okay. Then next will be Aussie New Zealand, Aussie pair and New Zealand pair. Where I've just arranged back my my profile. Yes, my profile. Okay. So the next will be Aussie dollar. Okay. Aussie dollar. Yes. Okay. So basically, we can see previously, as you can see, this is a resistance level, right? So basically there's a resistance level. A lot of seller actually sell here, sell. But now market just pull up, so a lot of seller are actually in trap. So the next target we're going to see upside exposure. Of course, this red line will be a very good buy. Okay, I will this is not a good level. I can see the market going to retest at least to this level. Okay. First, the market going to retest at this level. This will be a very good level for me to enter my trade because this is where the most buyer are actually waiting at. This is the price that the most buyer are actually waiting at. So the target will be this level first. Okay, I've been targeting this level. So around how many pips? So there's around of 150 pips to achieve the target that I want. So this will be a long term. Okay, long term might be okay during this uncertainty time and high liquidity and volatility time. You can just finish it by 1 day. As you can see, gold just easily achieve 500, 300 to 500 pips per day. Okay, per day. Okay, so next will be Aussie Cat, Aussie Cat daily as well. So okay, we can see very clear that the market is having uptrend now. Okay, low, and then higher low, and then higher low, higher high. So basically, market is in the uptrend, so we can see the further upside exposure of like this going to happen. But I will always be wait for the market to retrace to my key line, okay, and I look for a buy trade. So for my members, you know how to place the key line properly. Okay, so AUD yens, yes, AUD yen. So AUD yen, same thing. Okay, same thing. Okay, so I can see something that market is lower low. Okay, this is lower high. Okay, and then in lower low, lower high, lower low. So now market broke. So we can see upside exposure as well. So I'm going to place a key. This we going to place a key line as well. Okay, this will be my key line to have my buy trade. Okay, the next will be Aussie Swiss franc. Aussie Swiss franc. Okay, the same thing lah. Buy upside. Buy upside. This is the support level. As you can see, a very good support level. So we can see market go back to this support level, and we can feel upside exposure. Okay, this is Aussie Swiss franc. Next, we go to Aussie New Zealand. Okay, so Aussie New Zealand. Okay, this will be quite awkward. Okay, so this is the key line that I don't want it to break. Okay, this is the key line that it cannot be break. If it break, then everything just change. So now market have just broke, so we can see market is going to see another upside exposure at least until of this level. Okay, so if it cannot break this key line, we can see a downside, much more clearer downside exposure. Okay, so next will be also New Zealand dollar. Yes. Okay, so New Zealand already reached the top. Okay, New Zealand dollar already reached the top of the trade, which means very high price up. So we can see there's a very strong resistance drop. This also, this also. So that might be happen something like this and this and this. But okay, but don't forget that the coming up trend is so much in buyer form. So there's a possible of breaking out, okay, breaking out. But as dollar is continue to weaken, okay, we expecting it to be continuously weaken in dollar. So we can see that New Zealand dollar is expecting to break out, retest and go up. Okay, so this is a New Zealand dollar. The next will be New Zealand cat. In New Zealand cat, in New Zealand cat. So the next will be New Zealand cat. Okay, so for this New Zealand cat, let's look into bigger time frame. Okay, so New Zealand cat, okay, we can see that the market is actually this is the level that it broke. Okay, and this is high. Okay, so I've been seeing that market at least retreat to this level. We can see upside exposure. This is for New Zealand cat. Okay, New Zealand cat. So maybe it's going to drop first and it go up. Then we look into a small time frame, which is H4. Okay, good. Okay, H4 we can see a clearer key line which is here. Okay, so for those who wanted to buy this trade, you may wait over here. Okay, you may wait over here. Okay, you may wait over here to have a buy trade. Okay, the next will be New Zealand CHF. Okay, New Zealand CHF. Okay, it's quite strong in seller force here. This pair. Which means dollar CHF is quite stronger than New Zealand. Okay, in this pair, New Zealand CHF is more stronger than New Zealand. So as you can see, it doesn't see a very strong advancing force. It doesn't see any very strong advancing force. And now market is basically trapped in here. Okay, so you're going to see something like this. Okay, let's look into okay. So even though in H4 very clear higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay, so basically in H4, we can see that the market at least if you wanted to go, it at least can test to this level. And we can see upside exposure. So I'll be waiting when the market reaches this level, I'm going to go into the market. Okay, without any confirmation, I will also go in, and then because my risk is so less in this trade. Okay, so go for the next. NZD yen, New Zealand yen. Yes, okay. New Zealand yen, we can see that basically the market is now facing some seller strong force. Seller force. Can you see, guys? And basically it's facing some seller force. So we can see that this level is very strong in resistance. So this New Zealand yen might be pushed by the seller. Okay? So in the range market, okay, in the range market form, because this is the week, okay, this for the upcoming week, which is the 9th of November until the 15th of November, the market is just still in recover situation, okay, just in recover situation, which mean everything is still, there's a lot of uncertainty because everyone know, yes, Joe Biden is now the official United States president, but don't know what's what so for what policy that he going to apply, because what he thought before is maybe different now. Okay, so we also need to see what policy he going to apply and what thing he going to do. So a lot of uncertainty is still there. So if you are a very disciplined trader, I strongly advise that for the upcoming week not to trade. Or if you really wanted to trade using small volume, it's much more better. Okay, so the next ingredient you can see upside exposure, right? So if you can see higher high, higher low. So basically market is in the high, in the uptrend, right? In the uptrend. Okay, the next will be Euro pair. Yes, Euro pair. Let's get into Euro pair. Okay, Euro pair. Okay, so first is our Euro USD. So USD, if you ask me, I personally seeing that, okay, personally seeing that market going to achieve at least to this level, okay, achieve at least to this level. So for me, I going to look at this key line, where as you can see where I buy earlier. This is where I buy earlier. So I'm going to see another test, okay, another test for I will be looking to for buy opportunity. Okay, another test to look into buy opportunity. The next is Euro GBP. Okay, so Euro GBP, this is a little bit of similar to euro, because why? Because this is basically controlled by who? Okay, controlled by GBP. Because if GBP, as what we have analyzed, if GBP wanted to go up, so this euro GBP it should go down. Okay, this is so-called correlation. But okay, in this mostly, okay, during the uncertainty type of market, it will be going up two way. So I'm going to see, I'm expecting this to be advancing, because follow what we have understand is lower low, lower high, lower low. So market already broke. So we're going to see a upside exposure for this Euro GBP. Okay, the next is Euro Aussie. Okay, Euro Aussie. So basically Euro Aussie. Okay, Euro Aussie reached a very clear bottom, a very clear bottom, but there's still some room to achieve, right? Because why? Because this, as you can see, dropped so much. As what we saw just now is euro is upside, but why this euro AUD is downside is because of what? It's because Aussie itself is strengthening up. That's why it pushed the pair who are at the front, right? So we can see at least the market can drop to this level first. Okay, this level we can see. Okay, the next will be Euro CAD. Okay, Euro CAD. Okay, so for this pair, if we look into daily, okay, if we look into just daily, it's a downside exposure, right? Okay, very clear that downside. As you can see, it's low, lower low, okay, lower high. So if market really wanted to continue downtrend, at least our market can achieve and until this level, then it can go for a downside exposure. Okay, so when I look into H4, it already formed an uptrend. Okay, so you might be confused, huh? Why daily time frame is down, but H4 is up? So how I going to trade? Okay, so if you wanted to clear up this doubt, okay, you wanted to clear this doubt out, I would strongly advise you to join our free class on the upcoming Wednesday. Where upcoming Wednesday, I'll be teaching you how you can actually understand the trend in the very simple technique, very simple technique that I use to trade. And most of my members who can make such a good return is because they understanding how to understand the different time frame that different trade. Okay, so basically in H4 we can see that market basically is moving in the upside trend. So we can see the market will be slowly come up to this level, and you can see a big side or big downside. Next will be Euro CHF. Okay, so Euro CHF, as we know that CHF, which means Swiss franc itself is in strength, which means it go up. So there's a resistance here. So guys, we can see upside exposure. When the market touch this resistance, I be going for sell. Okay, so this is a trade for Euro CHF. This is a very clear chart. As you can see, the market trend is just moving very nice. Okay, just follow the trade that you can see it move clearly, not the trade you like feel like this is not bad, can like try out. No such thing. Okay, don't try out any trade. Okay, so this is the trade that I hold at during NFP. Until now I haven't closed yet because this still downside exposure. Okay, this is still downside exposure as what we have analyzed earlier. Okay, as you can see, the market just moving lower high, and then lower low. So basically market is entirely still controlled by seller. So I strongly advise you to patiently wait if you still holding it. I'm still holding, as you can see. Okay, so euro yen, which is the last pair of euro. So basically we can see, okay, same thing as euro cat just now. If you look into daily, okay, it's lower low, lower high, lower low. It's in downtrend. Yes, if you ask me, yes, it is in the downtrend. But I personally see that market before continues to downtrend, it can retest until this level and see a downside. So because of I'm seeing that H4 having a down upside exposure. Okay, so I'm seeing that next week when the market tests this level, I'm going to buy market rise until this level, okay, at least until this level. So this is a very long-term trade. Okay, this is a very long-term trade. So first euro yen, I will wait market to touch this level and see an upside exposure. If the market doesn't touch this level, I will look for opportunity over this level. Okay, okay, cool. So next will be go to our USD and others pair. Okay, USD and others pair. Okay, so let's look into the first USD pair, which is the USD yen. Okay, USD yen. Okay, oh, can you see that USD yen is very clear in downside exposure? So just follow the flow. Okay, just follow the flow, guys. Okay, just follow the flow. At least it can reach off this level. Okay, it can reach off this level. Because we used to, okay, try always don't target the wick. Okay, don't target the previous wick. Only target the candle body, because the wick, it sounds like just that time it can touch, not every single time it can touch. Think of that, your hand is touching the hot water, then you touch, you're not going to put your hand all the time there, right? You will like a frightening, and you just take out your hand. So it's some concept like that. Okay, so this is USD CAD. Okay, so this is market already basically reached a support level. So this level definitely going to attract a lot of buyer coming in. Okay, a lot of buyer will be coming in this level. But I'm seeing at least going up and downside exposure. Market will be break more down, break more down. Okay, break more down of USD. All the USD going to weak for the upcoming week. And then USD yen, because the market have been dropped to the so much low, so much low. So we're going to see at least the market going to touch this level. Okay. before it rise up again, okay, before USD rise up again, it's going to touch this level. So which means next week onwards, okay, USD we can still see some potentially downside exposure. Okay, potential downside exposure. So the next will be CAD, CHF. So CAD, CHF, same thing. I'm going to see the market retest to this level, and I'm going to see a downside exposure. This is for CAD, CHF. So another thing is another trade is CAD yen. Okay, CAD yen. So CAD yen very clear downside. Okay, very clear downside. Clear downside, which is clear downtrend. Lower low, lower high, lower low. Yes, just simple. As you can see, this is the most simple. And then after you learn the most simple thing, you apply the key line, then will be a very good trade for every trade that you're going to trade. Okay, so how to identify the proper higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So I will welcome you to join the free class on the upcoming Wednesday, which is the uh 11, okay, 11 of November. So you're going to learn how to identify the proper higher high, higher low. Okay, so I'll be seeing first market go up and I go down, or even I will look into small time frame to look for key line, a key line to entry my trade. Next will be CHF yen. Okay, so CHF yen I'm seeing the upside exposure, right? Upside exposure. So it might be have two kind of possibility. First is it drop to this level. Of course, if it drop to this level, I'll just go in very good trade. If it go up, retest, then I will also go in very good trade. But I will be wait for a confirmation. Okay. And then after wait for confirmation, I'm going to validate is it this confirmation valid or not. Okay. Then the next will be our goal. Yes, goal we can see because of safe haven, because of safe haven, we can see the gold is continues to advance. I at least seeing this gold again to touch $2,000 per ounce. Okay, so I be wait for gold. Okay, this is our key line members. Okay, this is our key line. So I be waiting here to have a buy. So I go to trade OFC. Okay, OFC as a good trade. Okay, OFC always provide us the lowest risk and then always provide the biggest return to us. Okay, so here is come to the end for the upcoming week analysis, which is the 9th of November until the 15th of November 2020. Okay, so I believe that everyone know now Malaysia is now except the three state, every state is now in CMCO. So this is a very good trade, right? I mean, this is a very good timing for everyone stay at home and learn online. Yes, learn online. Okay, learn online. While you will learn online, you will be away from the, okay, you will prevent yourself from affecting by the virus and carry the virus to your family members. So this is a very good opportunity. So if you wanted to inquiry more about our education services or any other services, you may click the link below. Okay, there's a lot of link below. You read the description and you click on the link below that you need it for the help. Okay, so our assisting team will be our assistant team will be helpful. Okay, so this is the upcoming week market analysis. Okay, so I'm the PriceAction Mastery founder George Cheong, and I will be soon become your forex trainer and mentor. So I'm going to see you in our free class. Okay, see you and have a safe trip.